No, you
So
have to
this is
join that.
a very interesting case. I'll just give you a brief history.
No,
This
because
is
okay,
39 years old
okay.
and,
So you are ready to
and,
present. You are ready
and
to
had
present.
anterior wall MI 8 years ago, and he was managed with thrombolytic therapy. Risk factors was he was a chronic smoker, hypertensive, non-diabetic. His echo showed anterior wall hypokinesia with ejection fraction of 45%. And that time, 8 years back, his angiography was done, which showed a CTO of the LAD, CTO of the LCX, and RCA was normal. He was advised CABG. In fact, his father is a cardiothoracic surgeon in USA, but somehow he was not willing for CABG. He continued medical management for 8 years, and then he presented again with angina of 1 month duration, which was increasing in frequency. So this was his angio. Now I've done for some, collateral, but this is a caput medusa which I've never seen. You see, there is a thrombus in the circ and there is a caput medusa. The whole this large collaterals, and then the vessel is filling, and after a large diagonal there is again another CTO. So this was his anatomy 8 years ago. This was on 13/9/8 it was done, but somehow he declined. We advised him surgery, he declined and went away. He was working in a IT company, continued to smoke till he came back again. Now this is his recent angina, the recent angiogram. The thrombus has disappeared, but the caput medusa is further. This is the caput medusa, which I've never done such a caput medusa, but I said we'll do it with intravascular ultrasound, which is the true lumen. We're not sure. There's a total occlusion after the diagonal also, and this diagonal is supplying collaterals to the LCH. You can see the collateral, the complete diagonal is filling the LCH. So at this point, we decided to do angioplasty, and we told them that if he may require surgery as an emergency also. We don't know, there's so many collateral, which he was not very keen. So this is what we started. You can see the anatomy. There's a total occlusion of the LAD after that. So this is the angio, and RCA was giving collaterals to the LAD. This was completely filling till the bifurcation of diagonal. It's filling the, yeah. So at this juncture, he had 8 years old myocardial, 2 CTOs, surgery not willing, and extensive bridging collaterals like a caput medusa. I've never seen like this. And the LCX fills from the D3, RCA gives collateral to LAD, and the LCX is hyperflexed with other angulation, and syntax score was 38. He had an ambiguous cap, long lesion more than 20 millimeter, calcification, which was seen on intravascular ultrasound. The landing zone was a bifurcation, and the presence of interventional collaterals were there. There was angulation. So we decided to go in for angioplasty, whether to do antegrade or retrograde. And of course, the problem was the perforation of these collateral channels. The syntax score was 3. So started with an EBU 7F 3.5 guiding catheter. Wires we used was Gaia and Sion, and multiple balloons, and we stented the LAD with 338 and a 428, and LCX with 3.532. And IVUS which was used was the OptiCross. So here we went in. Now you see, we did not know which channel to go through, and did an IVUS and found out that the middle, we could find a channel which we marked by the wire, and then we could go through that middle portion using a support catheter was fine cross. Here we made some progress, and this is, if you see, it is that the middle one we went through that, and this shows clearly that we are not in any of the collaterals, but we were in the middle of that, which is highlighted in the next view. You can see we are in the middle. You can see the collaterals on either side, and this is where we crossed. No, it is in the center of that, and then we reached to the diagonal, the third diagonal, and we were not able to penetrate after that. This is the wire was going in the diagonal, so we did what is known as the knuckle technique and went through this. We tried going multiple times but could not cross. Then we did a loop, a knuckle, and pushed it forward and confirmed that the knuckle was in the lumen. in this retrograde, we confirmed that we were in the lumen, and then we exchanged with the Gaia wire and then crossed it. This is after crossing, and we are injecting through the fine cross. We are in the true lumen. We dilated this multiple times with 2.5 balloon, then with 3 balloon, and then we stented it. But in doing so, the diagonal closed completely and the flow decreased, and the patient started getting angina because that was giving collaterals to the LCX. So we deployed the first stent and then try crossing the collateral, but we couldn't. We tried getting into the diagonal, but we could not. So patient was having that time very severe angina. So we just stented it, both the vessel. This is what you're seeing, multiple islands you can see in the IVUS. Either side you can see the central, the calcification in the lumen, and either side there are the big islands of those collaterals are seen. This is the same showing that. And so then we did an IVUS, and then we stented this first distally, and then we tried to cross over to the diagonal, but we could not do it because patient was a little unstable. So we put another stent, rapidly put another stent, though we tried crossing initially, but we could not cross into the diagonal. So we put we are trying to cross, so it was not going through. The wire was buckling, so we thought we'll put the first stent and the second stent and then try. So we put a second stent. This is the second stent being placed, which was 4 by 28 millimeter. Post dilated it with the same balloon and then dilated with the NC balloon. Then we tried to cross it, and we were able to cross that. And as we crossed and dilated, his angina was relieved. Immediately, patient felt better. Now you can see this complete giving collaterals to the LCX. And then you see this is hyperflexed. So we went in with a Gaia wire again and crossed this, confirmed it, changed it to de-escalated to BMW, dilated it, and then we stented this vessel by 3.5 by 33. Then we did post dilatation with 4.5 millimeter balloon. This was further dilated with NC balloon 3.5. And this was the final result. And this followed by the stent was fully expanded. This is a complete run of IVUS, and we did it in both the vessel, first the LAD and then the LCX. The stent was fully opposed, well expanded, and this is the final result. And the area we achieved was very good. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Duggal, very excellent case. Almost it was looking as if it is not possible to treat it with interventions, but you did it. I think the trick was, can you just elaborate little how you used the intravascular ultrasound to find the track initially?
What we did was we did an ultra, and we took another coronary wire and placed it where we thought was the pathway. So one intravascular ultrasound we were imaging, and we placed the second wire through that next to that ultrasound and marked it where we had to enter. That is how we did.
Okay, that's very nice.
Dr. Duggal, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. What was the guiding catheter you used? Was it 7 French or 8 French?
7 French.
Okay. So
it was EBU 7 French.
Okay. So because if you want to put the The IVUS catheter plus your wires and all that, I think.
Yeah, we were thinking of using ATEP, but we could do it because we just use a wire as a marker, and we could do it.
Were you using simultaneously live IVUS and the wire escalation together, or how was it?
No, we used an IVUS, and when IVUS was inside the vessel, we took another wire parallel to that and marked where the lumen was. We were thinking that's the lumen, and then removed the IVUS and went through.
Marked means you marked it on the screen. You mean to say?
Marked it on the screen, as well as get an idea with the wire position that where is the lumen.
But you could use the live IVUS as it is, upgrading the IVUS, guiding catheter.
Yeah, if we had ATEF, we could have used it, but since we had 7, so we did it with just as a marker.
Right.
And then once we crossed it, then we confirmed after dilatation, we confirmed that everything is in the true lumen, and then we stented.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant case.
Okay.
Dr. Dugal, I think it was extremely well planned also. I like the way you approached the LAD first, because it looked like the most challenging lesion. And only once you got done with that, you went ahead and fixed everything else. But it's a nightmare, I think our Western counterpart should see how aggressive disease actually is here. Can you imagine a 38-year-old boy with these kind of vessels? It's frightening. And I must say that CTO was very, very well handled. It was a pleasure to watch the case.
Sai.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi. Dr. Dugal is known to create lines into pipes. He's known for that.
I can see that.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Thanks.
Dr. Anand Rao is there. His next case, we can ask Dr. Anand Rao to present.
Yes.